Hello, my name is Jessica Milner, and I'm with the Georgia Department of Education's webinar series entitled Classroom Management. Today, we're going to talk about how to engage the student that doesn't want to participate in chorus, the student that doesn't give their best effort, or a student that is always constantly disrupting the classroom. Hopefully, I will be able to give you some strategies, some ways to redirect the student, as well as just some advice for yourself as an educator when dealing and handling with classroom management issues in chorus. It is extremely important as directors that we maintain classroom management so that our rehearsals run efficiently and that our choirs are progressing in the way that we need them to. So, we're going to talk about rules and procedures, modeling and affirming, and what that looks like. And number 3 would be de escalation and redirection. I would like to say about these 3 topics, we, as educators, as we grasp knowledge, training, and experience, um, and learning experience on our own, all of these will change. I've had different um, different management tools for de-escalation and redirection almost yearly. So these are none of these are hard hard facts or hard things that you have to absolutely follow in order to be a success. Rules and procedures. Rules and procedures need to be established the first day of school, the very, very first day of school. As soon as they walk in, I would do this right after a very fun, exciting, engaging icebreaker. But they need to be posted in your room so that they're clearly seen, big, so it's very legible, and also referred to often, especially as they are learning your rules and your expectations of your classroom. Review and discuss each rule with every student. I say every student because as the school year starts, you may start off with a number of students. Some students may change classes, and a lot of the times we will gain students throughout the school year as they transfer, they come into to chorus. Every time I have a new student come into the classroom, I make sure that I have a second and I sit down with them and I go over each and every rule, its consequence, and the procedure on um, how to act or behave in the chorus classroom. Excuse me, which is different from a traditional classroom. Practice the procedures daily. Excuse me. For the first week of school, I practice every rule, every procedure. Procedures should be ways to maintain your classroom, maintain order, and how you want to start your lesson every day. A few examples of procedures could be making having the students drop off their bags, book bags, and other belongings in one area of the classroom. This limits distraction during rehearsal. I also tell them to put their cell phones in their bags at that time as well. Getting their chorus folder, music, and pencil. And another procedure would be doing a bell ringer, such as an opener or a brain thinker or brain teaser as they enter the classroom so that they have a task and they understand the procedure of what is expected. I also model how to enter the classroom and how to exit the classroom um, the very first week of school. Excuse me. As I'm going over the procedures and I'm going over the rules, I also discuss the consequences. Consequences should fit the crime, and crime is very loosely depending on what the offense is. So the consequence should fit the offense. Never corporately punish the choir for one single student's offense. It is deprecating to the choir. It does not foster a community. It doesn't foster a community of unity and family, but more of a community of fear. And as a director, you want to establish a community of respect. They should respect you because you uphold your rules and procedures, not because they're fearful of you. Consequences should follow the guidelines of your school or your local school district. The consequences that are in that you have for your own personal classroom could be detention. It could be a task such as straightening the chairs, the music, the and other things around your classroom. So that's tailorable to you, but it could also be a grading consequence depending on your district and what their grading procedure and policy is. Rules and consequences should be visible in the classroom, as I stated before. So using a poster or I like to keep it on the PowerPoint right next to the opening bell ringer every morning so that every single time they come into the classroom, they are visibly reminded of what is expected of them. This is very important. Establishing rules and procedures at the beginning of the school year will deter a lot of classroom mismanagement throughout the school year, so classroom disruptions and disturbances. Also, if you tell the students or you express your expectation of the type of choir or choral program you want to have, it directly affects their worth ethic and their buy-in to the program. So make sure you sit down, you think about the 4 or 5 rules that are non-negotiable in your classroom. Treat everyone with respect. No gum, candy, food, or foreign objects in your mouth. Follow directions the first time they are given. Follow procedures as they are given and explained. And one of my rules is, and obviously you don't have to use this one, is to come to class prepared, not only with materials, but also in the right mindset. So those are some examples of rules that you can have in your classroom that you use in your classroom. Some examples of procedures that I use are to place your belongings on the side of the classroom out of the way of your chair, to make sure you have a pencil, water, and your folder of music every single rehearsal, to immediately begin working on the bell ringer within the first 5 minutes of class. You are not dismissed by the bell, you're dismissed by me, and I usually dismiss by sections to eliminate a lot of like foot traffic, as so you may say. So take some time, think about what your rules and procedures are, and also what your consequences can be. Consequences can include detention with you in the classroom. That's one of my consequences. Also, written assignments or alternate assignments, especially if the student has disrupted rehearsal time.